Here we will see authorization in ASP.NET. Authorization refers to the process that determines what a user is able to do. For example, an administrative user is allowed to create a document library, add documents, edit documents, and delete them. A non-administrative user working with this library is only authorized to read the document. Authorization is orthogonal and independent from authentication. However, authorization requires an authentication mechanism. There are four types of authorization: role-based authorization, claim-based authorization, policy-based authorization, and resource-based authorization. First is role-based authorization. Roles are permissions given to the user. Role-based authorization is for basic authorization where roles and their permissions can be decided at the start and there are no requirements for dynamic changing user permissions at runtime. Once the user is authenticated, then the resources the user can access is identified by its role. Now we will see what is the need for roles. If the user accesses any web application with only user ID and password, then all users will have access to all features in the application. Also, it will be difficult to restrict access to the users based on user ID, as new users will be added and each time it will require a change in specific logic. Instead, we can create roles like admin, normal user, power user, etc. and we can assign required access to these roles. Now when we create users, we can add users to specific role groups based on the type of access required for that user. So by doing this, application access will be role based and users can be accessed these roles based on the access required. Next is claim-based authorization. The claim-based authorization works by checking if the user has a claim to access an URL. In ASP.NET, policy defines what claims that user must process to satisfy the policy. We can apply the policy on the controller, action method, razor pages, etc. Only those users who carry claims which satisfy the policy are allowed to access the resources. Others are redirected to access the denied page. Claims are the user data and they are issued by a trusted source. If we are working with token-based authentication, a claim may be added within a token by the server that generates the token. A claim can have any kind of data such as date of joining, date of birth, email, etc. Based on a claim that a user has, a system provides the access to the page which is called claim-based authorization. For example, the system will provide access to the page if a user has a date of birth claim. In short, claim-based authorization checks the value of the claim and allows access to the system resource based on the value of a claim. Claim-based authorization can be done by creating a policy, that is, create and register policy stating the claim requirement. The simple type of claim policy checks only for the existence of the claim but with advanced level. We can check the user claim with its value. We can also assign more than one value for a claim check. Next is policy-based authorization. A policy-based security model decouples authorization and application logic and provides a flexible, reusable and extensible security model in ASP.NET. The policy-based security model is centered on three main concepts: policy, requirements, and handlers. A policy is comprised of several requirements. A requirement contains data parameters to validate the user's identity. Lastly, a handler is used to determine if a user has access to specific resource. Essentially, a policy is comprised of one or more requirements and is usually registered at application startup in the configure service methods of the startup.cs file. To apply the policies, use authorize attribute or the authorize filter. You can create a policy instance using the authorization policy builder class. And last is resource based authorization. A resource based authorization occurs whenever the authorization depends on a specific resource that will be affected by an operation. Consider a document that has an author property. Only the author is allowed to update the document. Consequently, the document must be retrieved from the data store before authorization evaluation can occur. In ASP.NET, implementation of resource-based authorization is done by deriving from authorization handler and overriding the handle method. Resource-based authorization is an imperative authorization. Here we do not rely on the authorize attribute, but we choose when to call the authorization service. We do that by injecting the authorization service into our controller class. In the action method, we load the resource first. After that, we call the authorize async method, passing the resource to it along with the policy that we want to apply. Once the method returns the result, we check it and take appropriate action.